In this video, I look at the extreme personalities that one would find in the yachting and the sailing world, and why you would want to decide on the spectrum where you are at and where you would like to be. Now, in all of my years of experience, I have worked with all of them. I've worked with a captain that says, don't worry about a thing, everything is going to be okay. So just stay at the helm for as long as you want or until you are tired. I've also worked with it is not that effing line. Why don't you tell me that the anchor is up yet? Are you effing stupid? Are you a lot of idiots? So, yep, each and every one of those have got a lot of pros, but a lot of cons. Very, very nice captain. The captain that never wants to offend anybody, and therefore on his boat, if you know how to do it, you'll get away with murder. You literally will. Now also this kind of captain, because of his leniency, will say, don't worry, just steer until you're tired. Now, a lot of hard-working people will overwork themselves. A lot of lazy people will exactly be that. They will loaf more and they will be more lazy. Now, as soon as that happens, you end up with a crew that's always tired, and that whenever anything goes wrong on that vessel, it causes a problem, because now you go into chaos mode, because everybody is tired, and because people are tired, they tend to become a bit agitated and irritable. So I would suggest, please try not to be one of those captains. It will cause a lot of chaos on your boat, and it will cause a lot of tired crew members, and it will cause a lot of infighting between those crew members because of that. The other extreme, that's the guy that will forever shout on people. He's just in control. He's God's gift to the yachting world. He can do nothing wrong. He's Mr. Perfect. But he's not at all. People like that, they hide behind very weak self-images of themselves and a sense of insecurity. That person will mirror, he'll use psychological mirroring upon others. He'll take out all his bad feelings inside about himself, and he will mirror that out onto others by screaming and shouting. I have spoken to a lot of those kind of individuals in my career, and I can guarantee you that all of them cannot hold down any long-term relationships of any nature. Those people can only do one thing. They can control a yacht well, and they know a lot about yacht handling, but that's where it ends. There is no managerial skills, there's no interpersonal skills, there's no empathy, there's no probing, there's no conflict handling. These people don't have any idea what a soft skill is. These people are rude and they are raw. They are raw to the extent where a lot of crew would rather not talk to them at all. Now, this makes a lot of friction on a boat, because behind his back, everybody will say how bad this oak is and that he should just stop screaming. Now, if people are screamed upon like me, if you're in a confined space like that, you really cannot run away. So you need to face that all the time. And you've got two options: to rather keep quiet or to give it to him. I found that the older I got, the more I was inclined to give it to them. But that's a personal choice. But that makes things on board extremely, extremely uncomfortable and very, very unpleasant. the atmosphere, you can cut that atmosphere with a knife. So those kind of individuals, they really need interpersonal skills, and they need soft skills training, and they need to learn how to treat other people with respect, because that's the only way that they will get respect back. So where do you fall? I believe that I'm probably in the region of 65-70% on the scale. For me, it is important when I do have crew and I'm in control of a vessel to make sure that the loafers do not loaf, and to make sure that the hard-working people will not overwork themselves. I would do that by having set hours that people need to be on duty for. And at the end of a 2 or a 3 day duty roster, there will be a reallocation. To give you an example, if there are 4 crew, we will do 3 hours each. So that makes up the 12-hour cycle. And also, if one crew member takes over from the other, then it would be initially his turn to make coffee. If the takeover is close to breakfast time, then that crew member would have to make breakfast for everybody that would be awake within the next hour or so. Now, if you organize it like that, then people are always fresh, people are always fed, people always have coffee to help them to stay awake. The other important thing is that other than the screaming and the shouting captain, he will never ever teach anybody anything, because people can't learn when they are shouted at. Now, it's important if crew members have developmental areas, and that is exactly what they are. If a crew member cannot tie a bowline, then one should teach them to do so. And a lot of people really want to learn, because that is what they are doing there in the first place. So just have a little bit of understanding of human nature and how to treat others, and you will get that treatment back tenfold. I have had that experience many, many times, where crew members have come to me and said, thank you. I was expected to be shouted at, and you didn't do that at all. You never shouted at me. You treated me like a human being. And thank you, I've learned an exceptional amount. So that is the spectrum. That is my way, that's my style. And I hope that this video helps you to get better crew, and crew that would like to return to your vessel. Other than Mr. Scream and Shout, he will never have crew. Thank you ever so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.